Hello. First of all, parents, fellow teachers, administrators, school board members, superintendents, thank you for your attendance tonight. But tonight is not about us. Tonight is about you. It is about the class of 2011. And first off, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to speak to you this evening. When Taylor and Meredith came and asked me, I started to get really nervous. And I started thinking, you know what, they'll probably put me at the beginning, right? Because you always start off and you build and build to that grand finale. And then I've been sitting here. And I know I cannot dance like Kimberly. I cannot sing like Taylor, Emily, Candace, or Holly. I am definitely not Polish like Hubert. And Spencer, I don't know what that was, but I loved it. So hopefully I can do this some justice. Hopefully I can offer you guys some words of wisdom, and hopefully I can live up to the expectations that have been set this evening. And of course, you know, as with any speech, there are always quotes inserted, and so I decided to insert a quote that, you know, has been a kind of special one in my life. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Life is a journey, not a destination." And tonight, as we sit here at this night of reflection, I want you guys to remember the journey that you have taken. I want you to think about the journey that lies ahead of you. Think about that educational journey that started way, way back. All right? Think about those parents, those relatives, those friends before you even got to school. All those amazing things that they taught you. They taught you how to walk. They taught you how to talk, how to run, how to play games. They taught you how to sing and dance, apparently very well. And they taught you some of the greatest lessons in life. But then all of a sudden, it came time for school. And hopefully, you guys can think back those 13, 14, however many years it took some of you guys. But hopefully you can think back to that first day of school. The girls were all dressed up all nice. The guys not so much. And you stood there and you were excited. You were brave and you were courageous as you were ready to go to school. Mom and Dad probably still show you pictures of that day. In fact, as I go to many of your graduation parties, I guarantee I will see those pictures. You guys were dressed all nice. You had your SpongeBob book bags on. Maybe Dora the Explorer. Okay, I don't know, whatever you like. But that book bag gave you power. You were ready to go conquer school. And you got there, and what did you find? You found these teachers that absolutely loved school. They were singing. They were smiling. The administrators are singing. You remember all those great songs? You sat on carpets. You learned all these letters, multiplication, shapes, cursive. I don't know why we still teach cursive, but we do. Okay? And you learned all these things, and elementary school was this great experience. But I want to remember some of those life lessons that you learned. And you'll remember these because they were posted on signs in everyone's elementary school. You'll remember some of them. Number one, share everything. Oh yeah. I've seen you guys in the comments. Some of you are not good at that. Right? Number two, don't hit people. Number three, don't take things that aren't yours. My favorite, flush the potty. And probably the most important one, by the way, that's why we have automatic toilets here, because you guys didn't pick up on that one. But anyways, probably the most important thing that you learn, say please and thank you. So even though tonight is not about teachers, administrators, parents, family members, friends, whoever has supported you along the way, every single one of you in here has had support. Every single one of you in here has stumbled at some point, as Spencer said, and someone helped you get up. Someone has helped you get to the point that you are at right now. Don't be scared to say thank you. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. If it's your mom, she'll be crying. Okay? This week has probably been very disastrous on many mothers. Okay? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright? Just wait till graduation. Alright? But give them a hug and say thank you. Being a parent is a thankless job. And you guys are all about you right now. So please, just say thank you. Alright, elementary school's over. You guys ain't used to a piece of cake, no problem. Middle school comes. Whoa. Middle school for many of you was an awkward time. We had cracking voices, changing of body, scents, I guess I will say, use of new chemicals to make you feel normal again, pimples, no good, alright, but you for some reason felt like you were grown up. You began to state your independence. You no longer needed your parents. You were 13. That's right, if you got sick, you could walk to the doctor. You guys were all grown up. You thought you knew everything. And middle school posed some challenges on you guys. You remember lockers? Those things never open when you're in a hurry. Ever. You guys remember class change? Some of you have still not mastered the art of getting from point A to point B in a set amount of time. Remember multiple teachers? In one day, you saw 4 or 5 teachers. You no longer were stuck with that one teacher all day long. You only had to put up with them for 45 minutes. It was awesome. Alright? But again, in addition to the educational aspect, there are life lessons out there. Okay? And with those lessons come challenges. We've talked about those, but as I spoke with some of you seniors, the one that you brought up probably the most was your first crush. You remember that first crush? It probably involved you writing a note, then giving it to your friend, who gave it to another, who gave it until it finally made its way to her, and then she had to circle yes or no, and then it got somehow delivered back to you, and it was this magical thing, and then there was some like awkward hall hand holding. And you were introduced to the concept of PDA. No public displays of affection. Now, going along with the crushes, middle school dances. Now, middle school dances. I mean, you got the guys here, the girls there. Music's playing, everyone's kind of awkwardly bobbing. Next thing you know, some people make their way to the middle and they're brave. They're feeling all confident, and they got that crush that circled yes so they can dance with them, but they're like scared to touch, and you got some weird gyration. And inevitably, every time, what happens? Just as you guys started out separated, you came to the middle with someone to dance with, but then all the guys ended up in a circle, and they were just jumping around, screaming at each other, trying to start a mosh pit or something, I don't know. And then the girls are just kind of left by themselves. Yeah, now, I want you to really think back to that middle school dance, because I looked up the top 3 songs while you guys were in middle school. I mean, we're talking about musical greatness. Number 1, Laffy Taffy. Back then, you didn't know what it meant to shake your Laffy Taffy. Number 2, Gold Digger. And the ultimate one, I guarantee, still on your iPod today, Justin Timberlake, Sexy Band. Alright, so middle school came and passed. The awkwardness was gone, you hoped. But then you started thinking about, oh no, I have to go to high school. I can't stay here at Genoa with the red numbered clocks. They have hands on their clocks there. What is that? Scary. So you started thinking about high school, and you're like, it's okay, I'll talk to my 8th grade teachers. I like them. What's high school like? If you don't turn in one assignment, you fail. We all got that speech, right? And pretty soon you had this vision that every high school teacher somehow had horns and pitchforks, and they were out to get you. Then you started getting really nervous. Then all your older siblings or your friends with older siblings like, that's right, you step out and I'm going to beat you up. We're going to put you in a trash can. We're going to pick on you. We're going to make fun of what you're wearing. We're going to make fun of your haircut. All these things. All of a sudden, you very quickly find Facebook. And you begin to go on there, what are you wearing tomorrow? Where are you sitting at lunch? What class do you have? And pretty soon, the day came, and you walked in those halls. First time, you came in the doors, and the commons were so big. And you look around, and you're like, oh my gosh. Luckily, you guys still had your SpongeBob book bags. And you slowly made your way into senior first day, luckily, or freshman first day. Luckily, those seniors weren't here yet. Those bad seniors were somewhere else. Probably sharpening the teacher's pitchforks. And you slowly walked in and you're like, okay, all right, I know that person. Hi, we're friends. And then you heard the voice of one of the best, most scary administrators of all time, Mr. Lytle. Of all the people, all the candidates in the world to greet new people to a school, Mr. Lytle was a poor choice. He may have used some of his memorable quotes as, honey, that is not a dress, it is a belt. Or one of my favorites, son, do you know why they made belts? So I don't have to look at your underwear. And Lytle quotes go on and on and on, and all of a sudden you heard things like this.